Imagine you're walking into an Apple store in late March 2026. You see the iPad Pro, shimmering with its $1,000 price tag. You see the iPad Air, sitting comfortably in the middle. But then, tucked away in the corner, is a device that looks almost identical to the expensive models, but costs less than a pair of high-end sneakers. The iPad 12th generation. For the last few years, the base iPad has been the red-headed stepchild of the lineup. It was the one with the old chips, the one that couldn't run the coolest new software, and the one that felt just a little bit cheap. But on March 4th, 2026, Apple is about to change the rules of the game. If you're watching this, you're probably at a crossroads. Maybe your old iPad is lagging. Maybe your kids need a tablet for school. Or maybe you're wondering if you should spend the extra money on an Air or a Pro. Stick with me for the next 30 minutes. Because I'm going to show you why the iPad 12 is the most dangerous device Apple has ever made. Not for you, but for their own profit margins. We are going to dive into the A18 leap, the secret behind the 8GB RAM upgrade that Apple didn't want to give you, and why the N1 chip is about to fix the one thing we all hate about budget tablets: slow Wi-Fi. By the end of this video, you won't just know the specs. You'll know if you're about to fall into a buying trap, or if you found the tech bargain of the decade. The Apple Intelligence Wall. Why the iPad 11 is dead. To understand why the iPad 12 matters, we have to talk about the wall. In 2025, Apple released the iPad 11. It was a decent tablet, but it had a fatal flaw. It was the only device in the entire 2025 lineup that could not run Apple Intelligence. Apple's new AI isn't just a feature, it's the new operating system. If your device can't run it, you're essentially holding a vintage calculator. The iPad 12 is Apple's fix. According to internal code leaks and supply chain reports from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, the iPad 12 is jumping straight to the A18 chip. This is a massive 3-generation leap from the A15 found in the older models. But the chip isn't the headline. The 8GB of RAM is. In the tech world, RAM is like the size of your desk. The bigger the desk, the more you can do at once. To run Apple's local AI models, Siri's new brain, the writing tools, the image generation, you need 8GB of desk space. By putting 8GB into the cheapest iPad, Apple is effectively killing the iPad Air. Why would you pay $599 for an Air when the $349 iPad 12 can do 90% of the same magic? The design. If it ain't broke, don't change the price. Now let's get real about the look. If you're expecting a radical new design with a glass back or an OLED screen, I'm going to give it to you straight. You're going to be disappointed. The iPad 12 is staying with the 10.9-inch Liquid Retina display. It's keeping the uniform bezels and the Touch ID power button. Why? Because redesigns cost money. Apple's goal with the 12th gen isn't to make it pretty. It's to make it capable, while keeping the price at $349. However, there is one subtle change that has leaked from the manufacturing lines in India. Apple is reportedly testing a new anti-reflective coating for the first time on the base model. If you've ever tried to use an iPad 10 or 11 near a window, you know it's basically a mirror. The iPad 12 might finally fix that glare problem without forcing you to buy the $1,000 Pro model. And for the